well-organized and congenial dog show, companion, or performance event is a pleasure for everyone. Owners and their families, breeders, handlers, steadfast spectators, and especially first-time observers of the sport. The exciting air of anticipation at the start, the glowing pride of dog and handler in a thoughtless performance, the obvious appreciation of spectators whose highest expectations have been met, all contribute to the creation of a model of sportsmanship at its very best. For everyone, breeders, owners, participants, and spectators alike, the culmination is the awards presentation. But occasionally, the pressures of an event can overshadow the pleasures.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
You know, this dog was never lost. Ever. Ever. Stop. You're the worst. If it was up to me, you wouldn't be approved for any breeds.
Cool it, buddy. Cool it.
You're gonna get... Seriously, this is horrible. Are you kidding me? She's never lost at all. You're second place out of one.
If something like this happened at your club's event, would you be prepared to handle it? Hello, I'm Maribeth O'Neill, Vice President of Sports Services with the American Kennel Club. As a breeder and former competitor, I am no stranger to the pleasures and pressures of dog events. Though we all hope that incidents like this never occur, the fact is they do. And clubs holding events under AKC rules have an obligation to act promptly and properly if they do occur. After all, conduct of a prejudicial nature demeans the integrity of the sport, and it could influence a family attending their first AKC event to decide this sport is not for them. Clubs must realize that every member of the event committee may be called on to render a fair and impartial verdict in a misconduct hearing. That committee represents the American Kennel Club at the event. It has a duty to use its vested authority to deal promptly with acts of alleged prejudicial conduct. The AKC is prepared to support these decisions when the event committee has acted in accordance with the procedures set forth in this guide, Dealing with Misconduct. Now, let's see how the event committee uses the AKC guidelines to deal effectively with the incident we just witnessed.
Shortly after the incident, the AKC representative arrived on the scene. The AKC rep has just informed the judge and steward that the show chair is the appropriate person with whom to lodge a signed written complaint. In matters of alleged prejudicial conduct, the AKC representative will only provide procedural guidance and advice to both the event committee and the accused. The event committee decision is not their responsibility. When a signed written complaint is received, the event committee must investigate it as soon as possible while the witnesses and participants are still readily available. It is recommended that, when possible, written statements be obtained from the principals for the record and all witnesses. If a dog is seriously injured or dies in connection with an event, a signed written complaint is not required. The event committee must conduct a preliminary investigation to determine if charges should be brought against any individual. The committee members who conducted the preliminary investigation now confer with a full committee to review the procedures in Dealing with Misconduct. If the event committee concludes that the incident does not meet the criteria for prejudicial conduct, it may dismiss the charges and take no further action. However, a full report along with the procedural checklist and all witness statements should still be submitted to the AKC so that it is received within 5 days of the event. If the event committee determines that the allegations, if proven, constitute prejudicial conduct, it should set a time and location for a hearing, promptly notifying the accused, citing the specific conduct alleged to have been prejudicial or providing the accused with a copy of the complaint, or allowing the accused to read the written complaint, and providing the accused with a copy of the Dealing with Misconduct booklet. The accused must be given a reasonable amount of time in which to secure witnesses and prepare for the hearing. When the event committee convenes, the chair should introduce his or herself and the members of the event committee. Not every member of the event committee must participate, but a majority should attend. A majority is interpreted to mean at least 3 committee members. The chair will then designate one committee member to keep a record of the proceedings. The chair must again advise the accused of the specific charges against them. The accused must be advised of their rights, specifically that they have the right to be present and hear the testimony of all witnesses against them, that they have the right to cross-examine the witnesses, that they have the right to present their own witnesses, and that they have the right to testify on their own behalf. The chair prepares a list of witnesses to be called. This includes the complainant, the accused, the committee's witnesses, and the accused witnesses, and makes sure that they are present. All persons except the accused, the committee, the field rep if present, and the witnesses are then excused from the hearing. The chair swears in the accused and the witnesses. All witnesses are excused except for the one testifying witness. Witnesses are then called in individually to testify one at a time and excused from the hearing after providing their testimony. The chair will advise the witness if they are allowed to leave or if they might need to remain available for the possibility of being called back in to provide additional testimony. The hearing must be conducted in a fair, orderly, and impartial manner. All event committee members must be prepared to carry out their duties in a fair and impartial manner, or they should recuse themselves from the event committee. Other reasons for an event committee member's recusal would be that they witnessed the misconduct or will testify at the hearing, they have someone participating in the hearing who is a family member, someone who lives in the same household, or has a business relationship with one of the parties. The chair should question all witnesses, although committee members may also do so in the interest of clarity. The accused, of course, has the right to cross-examine any witness. At no time should the members of the committee, by word or manner, indicate what their decision may be. After all the testimony has been heard, the chair should invite the accused to make a final statement. The chair then requests that the accused leave, but remain available to hear the committee's decision. The field rep also leaves during committee deliberations, but may be called back by the committee for procedural guidance, assistance, or clarification. The event committee members will then deliberate until they reach a decision based on the 3 criteria for suspension: whether the charges have been proven, whether the conduct was prejudicial to the best interest of the sport, whether the conduct occurred in connection with or during the progress of the event. If the event committee decides that all 3 criteria have been met, then they must vote for suspension. If the event committee decides that any of the 3 have not been met, they must dismiss the charges. The chair will ask for a vote after the event committee draws its conclusions regarding the 3 criteria for suspension. If appropriate, a stay can be considered. Once having reached a decision, the event committee should inform the accused. In any case, even if the charges are dismissed, a full and complete written report detailing the proceedings and findings must be sent to the AKC Executive Secretary so that it is received within 5 days. Written notice of suspension must be sent promptly to the accused by first-class and certified return receipt requested mail. A copy of this letter must accompany the report sent to the AKC. The event committee does not set the term of suspension. However, it can recommend a penalty. The event committee can stay a suspension where the penalty for the offense as set forth in the AKC discipline guidelines provides for a reprimand.
When the AKC receives the event committee report and supporting hearing documents, the report is reviewed by the staff event committee. The staff event committee reviews the report to determine if any serious procedural errors have occurred and if the recorded evidence supports the findings of the event committee. The staff event committee sets the penalty. The accused will be advised of their right to request reconsideration of the decision and to ultimately appeal the matter to a trial board. The AKC can and will support the event committee's decision, provided that the rights of the accused are not abridged, the hearing is conducted properly, and the recorded evidence substantiates the event committee's findings. But when a club fails to fulfill its obligations, fails to act, or acts improperly, the AKC may issue a reprimand, levy a fine, and may withhold approval for future events. at least until the club can assure the AKC that it's prepared to carry out its responsibilities to the sport. None of us want to see that happen, nor do we want to see our sport be tarnished by conduct that is prejudicial. But when an incident does occur, the procedures specified in the Dealing with Misconduct booklet and this video will help you and the AKC uphold the integrity of the sport we all love so much.